We have Jim Wyckoff's weekly outlook for gold and silver up next. Jim Wyckoff joins us now. Jim, thanks for being with us.
Good morning, Daniela. Good to see you again, as always.
Jim, I'm looking to get your outlook for gold this week. Are we seeing a bearish undertone?
Well, Daniela, what we've seen lately in both gold and silver is kind of a choppy and sideways trading range on the daily charts. The negative underlying factor for both gold and silver is the fact that we've seen world stock markets on a roll. Just this week, or just last week actually, the major U.S. stock indexes hit 5-year highs or were at near 5-year highs. The Asian stock markets are rallying. The European stock markets have turned around. So what all that is doing is pulling some investment money away from safe haven gold into a lesser degree silver. The better risk appetite in the marketplace has been a bit of a negative for the precious, or for gold and silver anyway, in recent weeks. So I guess that's the theme of the marketplace for the precious metals, gold and silver right now. It's just a kind of a lackadaisical, choppy trading range with that underlying undertone of the better risk appetite supporting the stock markets.
Jim, are you surprised that last week's weaker than expected GDP numbers didn't help gold?
You know, and I've got a lot of email about this, the gold market and silver too lately, they've been fickle on a day-to-day basis. They've been hard to predict, hard to understand when you look at only the fundamentals in those markets, because you would think that the surprisingly weak GDP would have been a solidly bullish factor. Little pop initially, but no, not any longer term impact. But as a longer term trader, I've been in this business nearly 30 years, and on a day-to-day basis, it's just hard to make sense of the market sometimes. In fact, there's an old saying in the marketplace that markets will do anything and everything to frustrate the largest amount of traders, and we've seen that recently in gold and silver.
Jim, on that note, what grade are you giving gold and silver this week?
I'm giving gold a 5, Daniela, just because that choppy trading range, the back and forth price action, up one day, down the next. Now, silver, I'm giving a slight advantage to the bulls, giving a rating of 5.5. By the way, I gave gold a 5. Silver gets a 5.5, and if you look at that daily chart on silver, we have a fledgling uptrend line in place, and just price action the past few days has formed a potentially bullish symmetrical triangle pattern that I did have pointed out on my daily analytical charts on Kitco that you can see.
Jim, and what about that spike we saw in platinum?
You know, I don't follow platinum and palladium real closely, but it's it's fundamentally it's based upon supply news, strikes and such. So that's what's driving those markets. Also, with those PGMs, the better economic data coming out of China. The employment data coming out of the U.S. has been better, so that's all bullish on the demand side for those metals.
So just going back to gold and silver now, Jim, as a trader, how do you play out this period? Is it just a holding time?
Well, it depends on what your trading time frame is, and those that have followed me for very long know that I tend to look at markets from two ways. If you're a shorter term trader, you're in and out of the market on a more regular basis, this market's choppy, it's neutral. You can be a buyer one day and a seller the next and make money. But more importantly, from a longer term perspective, for the longer term investor, prices are still in an 11-year-old uptrend. There are no significant longer term technical clues to suggest that this bull market run in gold is going to end anytime soon. And if you look at it that way, which is the way I look at it, then present values in the gold market are probably buying opportunities in the weeks, months, and years ahead.
Jim, thanks so much for your thoughts. We look forward to seeing you next week.
Can't wait till next time, Daniela. Bye-bye.
And thanks for watching this edition of Technically Speaking with Jim Wyckoff. You can email me any comments or questions at newsfeedback@kitco.com or tweet us at Daniela Cambone. Thanks for watching.